Hi, this is Wang here with more tips and examples on how to live a fruitful life. Today I'll be talking about fruitfulness in not being misleading. Because the thing is that sometimes we know that our decisions, especially like if we're doing a decision that involves other people, and sometimes we are aware that other people may not agree with our decision. Therefore, we sometimes hide certain information to make it seem like something else in order to get people to agree with it. So today I'll be talking about a situation in which I misled someone and it really made me feel bad. So the thing is that back to PAX, right? PAX, as I mentioned many times, that it's a gaming convention that's held every year in kind of like towards the Labor Day weekend, and it's up in Seattle. And the thing is that me and my friend decided to go. And however, the thing is that the hotel prices were so expensive. Like, it's really hard, especially like in downtown Seattle. I mean, it's really hard. We couldn't find a place, a hotel which is under 200 per night. So, do the math, right? If it's over 200 per night, basically, if you're there 4 days, right? Because the convention lasts 4 days. So then that means that you need basically 6 days out there, right? Because the thing is that 4 days of convention, you want to definitely arrive no later than the night before to get ready, and then you have to leave the day after because when the convention ends, it's gonna be nighttime and there's no way that you want to fly back or drive back yet. So then you have to wait till the next day to go back home. So the thing is that it's just gonna be 6 days. So that's like 5 nights. Now, if the thing is that if hotels are over $200, right? $200, that basically means that for that 5 nights, just for that trip, just to stay in the hotel, if we were to stay in the actual hotels, it's just gonna be, it's gonna be well over $1,000. It's gonna be well over $1,000. And that doesn't include anything else, right? It doesn't include anything else like food, travels, or even the convention price. Just for the room, just for the room, the overnight stay, it's already well over $1,000 minimum. And then granted, for me, I want to stay even longer to see my friends and stuff. To stay extra days to see my friends and stuff. So if we do the hotel thing, do the math, it's just gonna be so expensive that it comes to the point where it just gets too overwhelming to spend. Because the thing is that obviously we all have the money for it, but it's whether or not you feel like it's willing to spend that much. And originally my friend was like, all right, we'll just go 1 day. But then I was like, no, I don't want to go 1 day. I want to go to all the convention. If I'm going all the way to Seattle, there's no freaking way where I would just go 1 day, go to the convention 1 day and go back home. It's not worth it because there's so much more that I want to see. I want to might as well get the full experience. But then the thing was that I looked up some places to stay in Seattle, and the thing was that I found a place that was just a hostel that was just $75. Now the thing about hostels is that because I love traveling, I'm really aware of hostels. Hostels typically they make it cheap, but it's not actually cheap. Because the thing is that they rent out beds. They go by beds. They don't go by rooms. Like it'll be like, let's say if they say $75 a night, it'll be like, depending on how big the hostel is, and how big the rooms is, sometimes you can be rooming up to like 6 to 12 people in a room. In a room, that's just how they roll. It's not cheaper, but they make it more affordable to you with more with like a lot fewer privacy, and they take away a lot of stuff to make it cheaper, but yeah, basically that's how hostels prosper, like, yeah, it's like if they say, $75 a night, or even a place it's at $40 a night, it's not that you have your own room. There's no way they'll give you $40 a night for your own room. It's that you're gonna share with a whole bunch of other people. So I was aware of that. I mean, I didn't know how many people were gonna be in that room, because obviously I've never been to that hostel. But then the thing was that I didn't tell my friend about that part. All I said was that, hey, I found somewhere that's really cheap, really cheap, a lot cheaper than the other place. Just screw that place. Just cancel that place, and then let's spend the nights in that $75 hostel, and then we can spend the whole week there. Spend a whole week there, because the thing is that I wanted to also spend certain days, exploring as well as, visiting friends. So I was like, why not make the trip worth it? Go 7 days and 75, go for 6 nights and go $75 per night. And the thing was that of course my friend was like, oh hell yeah, let's just do that, screw the other hotel. And then the thing was that we ended up like staying at a $75 hostel, and where my friend was like really rough, like having a really hard time, sleeping each day. Like, I'm used to it because I'm used to traveling. I'm used to sleeping comfortably, and as long as the bed is a bed, I don't really care. But for my friend, there were certain days he struggled. He didn't really like it. And the thing was that he didn't really complain. Like, we just still stayed there all 7 days, all 6 nights, and it was great. But then the thing was that deep in my heart, I felt that I didn't do the right thing, because first of all, I mean, like, I didn't give him the whole details of what to expect, like, cause like the thing is about him is that he's never been in a hostel. For him, all he knows about is a hotel where you have your own room and then you just sleep like that. He never knew about hostels, what to expect, so it wasn't fair for him that I just told him that, hey, just $75, and then it's a really good price, it's just not fair, it's not fair. I didn't give the full picture, I didn't give them the full detail, I just misled him to think that, oh, it's just a really good deal. Misled my friend. And the thing is also, I realized that because like I knew that his mom, because me, him, and his mom before the trip, we did a group call where we just discussed the plans, and his mom, one of the things that his mom said was make sure that he is in a safe environment, and I felt like I didn't do that either, I really did not do that either, I just misled them to think that, oh, it's safe, because I told her that, hey, it's safe, it's a safe place, and all that, it's very secure and all that, while it completely isn't, the fun fact is that, in fact, like throughout those 6 days, like there was a time when I actually lost my charger. Someone somehow snuck to my bed and took my charger, and then when I came back from the convention, I realized that my charger was gone, and nobody could find it because there were also no security cameras in the room. So basically, you're just taking chances, and I didn't tell my friend about any of this. No, I didn't tell him any about this. I just misled him. And so the thing is that from this lesson, I really learned that, it's really important to not mislead others, because there are chances. I mean, like, luckily, me and the friend, I sat down and talked to him about it, and he was cool with it, and so our friendship still continued, like we're still friends. But there could be times where this can break friendships, break friendship because it breaks trust. Somebody can come over and say, hey, I don't trust you anymore because last time you didn't give me any details. You tricked me into going into this cheap deal, or whatever it is. It's really important to be fully honest, and life will be so much more fruitful that way. So yeah, this is all I have for today. If you want to know more tips and examples on how to live a fruitful life, please feel free to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.